Hey, everybody. Good evening. Marcus C. Williams here, and I'm running for city council. We're going to wait for a couple of people to hop on here so we can have a discussion this night and talk about some of the things that you are interested in and some of your concerns. Make sure you hit the share button and get this out to more people. Hit the share button, hit the like, let it get out there, and definitely drop a comment because it helps kick the algorithm to show it to more people. I want to be able to have a good conversation with you guys this evening. So drop a comment in the comment. Let me know that you're watching, and definitely share this to your page, your friend's page, and even an enemy's page or two. But get this out there. Let's have a conversation tonight about what you're concerned about in Rochester and in the city, and what you'd like to see or any other ideas. And I'll be happy to answer any comments that are related to local politics where I am and any possible concepts that you might be interested in. So drop a comment real quick. Tell me what you'd like me to talk about, and we'll go forward from there because I want to be able to answer your guys' questions and see what your concerns are. Because I could talk about a lot of things and I got a lot of ideas and a lot of solutions. I'm a solution-oriented person. But the reason why I'm on here is because I want to hear from you, but also because I need your help with this campaign. We are going up against a very serious machine that is well funded, and we need donations. This evening, we're working on raising about $1,000 this evening. So please go on my website, Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com, and donate. Because if we want to see a difference in our community and stop these people that are just spending our tax money crazy, enriching themselves, enriching the people who donate to them campaign, I need your help. So go to my website, take a couple moments, donate Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com. That's Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com, and make sure you share this out. Now let's jump into it. Let's have a conversation. Tell me what your concerns are, and let's have a good conversation. If you drop a comment in the comment, I'll be able to see it. Hit the thumbs up and hit the share button. Let's start off with local opportunities for economic success. Right now in our city, we've got a prioritization issue, on many levels. But one of the biggest prioritization issues is with the lack of focus on developing the entrepreneurial spirit in our city and the lack of investment that's directly focused on seeing the success of small business owners in our city. And that's a serious detriment. If you guys know anything about small businesses, or if you don't, you might be interested to hear that 87% of all employed people in the country are employed by what would be considered a small business. So this is something that's an awesome fact to know. But when we invest in small businesses here locally, that means that it's going to stay in our area. So when you have a small business that's owned by an owner that lives in the community, that means they're more likely to hire people from the community, and they're more likely to keep the money in the community. The more the money circulates in the community, the better it is to stimulate the local economy. The more money there is in the community, the more people that can increase the quality of life for their own surroundings. So this is something that's very important, and it's something that's been lost on our city. We've got a couple of different programs and stuff, but they're not really, how can I say it generously? They're not really maximizing their own potential. And that's something that's important that we need to look into. So as we are doing this conversation, make sure you go to my website and donate. We are working on raising $1,000 this evening. So whether you can drop $100 or $10, just go to my website, Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com, and make a donation of whatever you can, because we are going up against a serious machine and we definitely need your assistance. Now drop a comment and we'll talk about whatever your concern is here locally. And I'm happy to have that conversation because we all need to be part of this conversation. Right now, I don't feel like I'm represented by city council at all. I pay taxes. I don't get representation. There's this concept in America, no taxation without representation. Well, where's my representation? The vast majority of the policies that are being put out by city council are stuff that I don't like. stuff that I wouldn't vote for, stuff that I know most of you guys wouldn't vote for. I know one of the big things with a lot of people that I hear from in the community, aside from their concerns about things like crime, housing, economic opportunity, and various other issues, including the fact that it seems like nothing is ever done completely in Rochester. Like the continuous projects where they're tearing up the streets all the time, but the streets somehow have more potholes now than ever. How does that even happen, right? Like we put hundreds of millions of dollars a year into the streets and they're always terrible, always. We're not doing right. And you wonder where the money's going. Just a simple questions. But can we ask those questions and have a real conversation? And that's why I'm on here with you guys to have a real conversation. So drop a comment, even if it's just a thumbs up or a heart. Drop a thumbs up or a heart in the comments, or drop an American flag. Let me know you're listening. And definitely share this on your page or your friend's page or everywhere. And please go on my website, donate. We are working to raise money this evening. We're working to raise about $1,000. It's not that much, but it's a good step in the right direction to help further the campaign, to get the information out there that there's somebody that's running that actually cares about our community and is going to work hard to make a real difference. Because what we've seen from City Council is more of the same. Continuously more of the same. Every single year, it seems like no matter who you vote for, it's still the same results. And I know that many of you guys are fed up completely with voting and don't even want to vote anymore. And that breaks my heart. But so many people are filled with despair because they don't see anything changing. And that's why I'm fighting so hard. I hope that I can inspire you and encourage you and give you hope and a real reason to believe. That's one of the big reasons I encourage everybody to get active locally, like go to city council meetings or go to school board meetings, go to county ledge meetings, whatever you can do, because we have to get active. Nobody's going to come save us. It's up to us. And I know a lot of people are so disheartened with voting. They're like, I don't even vote, or I don't want to vote, or even if I vote, it's not going to change anything. Yes, it will. And what I'm encouraging you is this year, make sure that you vote for me. But I also need you guys' help to get the message out. Because if we don't get the message out, nobody's going to know. So please donate on my website, Marcus4Rochester.com. We're working on raising $1,000 this evening. You don't even have to be local to donate. So go on my website, Marcus4Rochester.com, and donate. I appreciate you guys in advance. Drop some comments because I'd like to hear what you'd like me to talk about this evening. I'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. Drop it in the comments. If I see it pop up, I'll do my best to pop it on screen and we'll have a conversation about it. Let's do that because we need to have more conversations. But more than that, we need more real solutions that are sustainable, tangible, and cost effective, because we see so much money going to so many different projects in our city, and it never seems to have any results. There aren't any key performance metrics or anything like that to see what's going on with our money and if there really ever was a benefit to all the money that's being spent. Now, this year, I'm going to be on the ballot in November. I'll be on the conservative line. I'm also working right now to collect signatures. This is a petition to get me on an independent nominating line. We're calling it the Community First line. So I want to make sure that I can have the maximum amount of visibility on the ballot so we can make sure that we can get this win and secure this win so we can make a difference for our community. And the reason why I called it the Community First line is because I believe that our community is what needs to be represented directly. And it's very clear that right now they're not representing us. Because if they did, we wouldn't have the crazy problems that we have with education. We wouldn't have the issues with crime that we have right now. So it's clear that amongst everything else that they do that's nonsensical, that they do not prioritize our citizens. So that's why I'm working on collecting signatures on it to get on an independent line. If you guys would like to help me collect signatures, please volunteer on my website, Marcus4Rochester.com. And you could also just help me make phone calls. All of that's very helpful. Whatever you can do is helpful. We've got about, what do we got? We got about 15 days left to collect signatures. About the 20th is when the signatures are due. We got to get about 2,000 signatures. We're well into the signatures. We got about 400 signatures right now. We just got to get the rest. So it's not that many, and we can do it because anybody can sign the petition to get us on an independent line. No matter what party you are, Democrat, Republican, no party affiliation, working party, working family party, conservative, whatever. But I need your help. Reach out to me. And this Thursday at 706 South Avenue, Bible Baptist Temple, we're going to be collecting signatures. We're doing a signature petition drive. You just drive through, you can sign it, takes 2 seconds, you can take off. Okay. We're doing that so that we can work to try to get more people to sign, make it easy for them. One location, it'll be Bible Baptist Temple, 706 South Avenue. It'll be from 5:30 to about 7:30, 8 o'clock. We're going to try and get out there at 7:30, but we'll wait a little bit for you. So come on down, sign the petition. I appreciate you guys. Drop a comment and let's have a conversation. I'd like to hear your concerns here locally. I want to talk about what you want to talk about and see how we can make real changes in our community together, because it's about coming together to unite to make a difference for our future. Right now, we see policies that are stealing our future away from us, and I'm not very happy about it. We've got things like the Vision Zero plan for the city, which sounds great. It sounds great. We want to get rid of all the traffic incidents so nobody hits a pedestrian, but really what they want is to make it more difficult for you to own a private vehicle and drive. Or we've got the 2034 project for the city, which is really a mass displacement document, which you're trying to push everybody out of the city that makes less than $250,000. It's absolutely insane. And this is the framework that the city is working off of. They're completely deprioritizing everyone in our city. But to make a real difference, I need your assistance. Go on my website and please donate. Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com. We're working on raising about $1,000 this evening because we're going up against a machine that's been stealing the future from our children, that's been stealing our future, been making it so that it's difficult for us to be able to prosper. You guys see the crazy raising of prices as far as housing goes. You see what's going on with the rent, and don't even talk about other things like energy expenditures and how much energy costs right now, right? But can we have these real serious conversations, or are we going to keep on with elected officials that want to try to tell us sweet things that sound good to our ears, but not actually anything that's tangible? Frankly, I'm sick and tired of continued promises that never materialize. And that's what we get over and over and over again from our current members of City Council right now. So please help me support the campaign. Go on my website real quick, takes less than 2 minutes, and donate. Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com. That's Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com. And make sure that you share this out and hit the like, hit the heart button. Okay. And drop some comments in the comments. So you drop the comment, I'll do my best to pop it up and we can talk about it. Whatever your issue is, whatever you think is something you'd like to see addressed in our city locally, I'd be happy to talk about it and have a conversation about it. And remember, drink water, stay hydrated, y'all. It's important. So let's get back into it. Right now, we see everything that's going wrong in our city, right? But let's talk about how we can make things go right again. What we've seen is years of neglect, but worse than that, we've seen the continued deprioritization of our citizens. We see lots of nonprofits get a lot of money from the city. Do we see any results? I was at a city council hearing about 2-3 weeks ago, and in the hearing for city council, they were talking about giving more money to all of these nonprofits that are donating to the same campaigns of the people that are on city council. I'm not able to tell you how upset I was about that situation. I was really perturbed, to say the least. I got some other thoughts on some other words, and they're not very nice. And for public consumption, like these people are crazy. Like it's a complete scam what is happening with our taxpayer money. And it's clear these people don't care about us. But that's why I'm running. So we're working on raising $1,000 this evening. Please go to my website, Marcus, the number 4Rochester.com. Campaigns don't run on hopes and well wishes. I wish that they did. We are going against these evil, monstrous, villainous people who are taking away our future and every little dollars that we got. That's why I want to push back so I can restore our future for our citizens and create new opportunities for all of our community to thrive. So go to my website real quick, Marcus, the number 4Rochester.com, and donate whatever you can do. $10, $25, $100, whatever you can do, or a whole $1,000 if you can. We're working on raising $1,000 this evening because we need to be able to be competitive, right? Like, they're raising tons and tons of money. They've got big backers and big developers, but I'm fighting forward anyway. I'm fighting for you. I'm fighting for us. I'm fighting for our future because Rochester matters to me. It's my home. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. And I'm really working hard to make a difference, but I need your help. So donate on my website, Marcus, the number 4Rochester.com, and make sure you drop some comments. Drop some comments in the comments. If you're watching on X right now, hit the reshare, hit the retweet button, okay? And get this out to more people. It's very helpful to do that. And if you drop a comment and I can see your comment, I'm going to do my best to pop your comment up on the screen and we can have a conversation about whatever your concerns are here locally. So, or whatever you'd like to see here locally happen, or whatever you would like to hear my ideas and my thoughts on as far as things go with the local economy, local politics, education, or anything in relation to that, or even our budgetary processes. I think that one of the things that we don't talk about locally very much at all, that we need to talk about more, is energy generation. We don't talk about energy. There's no plan for energy generation. They're like, everybody's got to go all electric. Everything's got to be electric. Well, we had a thing where they're trying to make all the school buses electric in New York State, the electric bus mandate, which is ridiculous because RG&E has already said we don't have a capacity. We don't have a capacity. And if we don't have a capacity, how are we supposed to power this energy intensive future? It's very concerning. The state assembly and the state senate has shut down a number of natural gas power plants and nuclear plants that provide us with a ton of energy. So when you see the energy prices rising, understand that that's because of the state assembly and the state senators. You need to call your local elected officials on the state level and tell them, stop making a mess of things, because they really messing everything up. But more so than that, none of our city council people are advocating for us publicly about the rising energy costs. They'll say, oh, well, we should make RG&E a public utility. I agree. I think RG&E should be a public utility, but the people that are pushing it right now don't want it to be a public utility. They want it to be a nonprofit that they control and they get money off of, and they can shut off your energy whenever they want to if you say something they don't like. So y'all got to watch out for that. They're scammers, bro. Straight scammers. I was one of the first people to politically advocate for it to be, for RG&E to become a public utility. And this was like 9 years ago, before it was popular. So we need to have that conversation, but these people aren't being realistic. More so than that, we need to focus on local energy generation here. We've got the awesome river right here, the Genesee, and we got the Erie Canal. We got the high falls, low falls, and mid falls, okay? But where's the energy generation, right? We've got all of this water and no hydropower. You make it make sense to me. We did have the one hydropower, well, two, technically, we had two hydropower stations that I know about in Rochester. Both are shut down. We had the one at High Falls, which is shut down. We had the one that was at, I guess that's technically Middle Falls, maybe. Maybe it's Low Falls. I don't know. We had the other one, but that was only, I think that only produced energy for Kodak anyway. But, we've got all of this options that we can use to create micro hydroelectric and medium-sized hydroelectric plants to generate more energy. But why aren't we doing that? Why isn't City Council focusing on investing in our electric infrastructure when they see that energy prices continue to rise and our city needs more energy resources that'll be able to lower the actual cost of energy for our citizens? Like, that's important. Real quick, drop a comment. Okay, share this video out, get it out to more people. And please donate on my website, Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com. That's Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com. Drop whatever you can in there. If you can donate $1,000, fantastic. If you could donate $250, that's awesome. If you could only donate $25, do that. Whatever you can helps, because we're going against a large machine that does not care about us at all. Donate on my website, Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com. Drop a comment. I'll talk about whatever local issues that you have or would like to hear my input on. And definitely share this on your page, share it on your friend's page, share it wherever you can. Now, back to the energy generation situation. Also, volunteer on my website. I do need volunteers as well. Back to the energy generation. We should also be focusing on putting together a plan for small nuclear reactors. So there's SMRs, they're called. They're small modular nuclear reactors, and they're very small. They're extremely safe. And we could put one in almost each quadrant and create more than enough energy for the whole county. Could you imagine that? We produce enough energy in the city to power the whole county. And then the county's got to pay us money instead of the other way around. Maybe we could use the extra benefits to actually lower our taxes, because the taxes are out of control. I got a lot to say about the taxes. We'll talk about that in a little while. But donate online on my website, Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com. And if you donate and you'd like me to pop your donation up and tell other people to try to match your donation, drop it in the comments after you donate. But yeah, we can actually create the energy that we need for our city if we work on creating small modular nuclear reactors. Very safe. And even if you didn't think that like nuclear energy is safe, right? We have Ginna nuclear power plant that's like 15 minutes from the city, like not even, maybe 20 in traffic. You know what I'm saying? And that powers a good amount of the energy in our area, which that needs more reinvestment, but we don't talk about that. That's something that we do need to talk about. Nuclear energy is safe, it's abundant, and it's actually a real solution. I see somebody just commented. I'll pop it up in a second. Let's pop it up. Let's see. Aisha says that she's going to do a donation on her next paycheck. We love you. We appreciate you very greatly. Thank you so, so much for that pledge of your donation. Okay, you guys, and please donate on my website, Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com, because this is a serious fight against this very serious machine that doesn't care about us. Now, back to the, and drop a comment and I'll pop up your comment and we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. So back to the energy generation here locally. If we build we could build a medium-sized modular nuclear reactor also. So that'd be a little bigger. We got all these wasted industrial parks and stuff like that we could build them in, like real serious energy generation. And we wouldn't have the problem that we're having right now with the fact that what do you call them? I guess you want to call them solar fields and stuff like that are not actually generating any type of real power, but they're actually destroying our environment because the chemicals are leaking and leaching into the fields, and now we'll never be able to grow anything there again if we decide later we want to use those fields for growing stuff because of the chemicals that have leached into the soil. And that's a conversation that nobody really is having right now. So if we do this, this would be able to actually not only just benefit us locally, it'll be able to make us energy independent locally. And that's what we need to start doing. We need to start separating our city from being dependent on the county and on the state for all of the resources that we need. We need to be producing as many of the goods that we can here, possibly for our everyday needs. And energy is one of those things that we desperately need on a daily basis that we are not able to do without. So let's definitely make sure that we put that as a focus. All right. So drop a comment and we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. And I'll give you any solutions that I have on any issues that we have here locally. Please make sure you go to my website, do donate, Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com. We're working on raising $1,000 this evening. So whatever you can donate, it would be fantastic. $10, $50, $100, or $1,000. Whatever you can donate, please go on my website, Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com, and donate this evening. So as we continue these conversations, make sure you share this out and drop a comment. You drop a comment, I'll pop it up on the screen and we'll talk about it. So we've got a number of issues that continue to go unaddressed, like the crazy potholes, right? Somebody just asked me, can they send me a Venmo? I do not have Venmo or PayPal or Cash App for my actual campaign. I do have it for myself personally, but I don't have it for my campaign. So if you want to donate to me personally, you can do that. And that's Venmo is at Marcus C. Williams. And I do have Cash App also, which is MW Real, the number 1. That's $MW Real, the number 1 on Cash App. And that donation will go directly to me versus my campaign. I'd prefer you donate directly towards my campaign. But if you donate to me, that means that I can use it for stuff that needs to get done anyway. So I appreciate you guys. Let's get into it. Now, as we talk about the serious issues that are facing us every single day, we see issues with things like the roads, right? Now, with the roads, for instance, the potholes are ridiculous. I don't need to tell you about the potholes. The potholes are ridiculous. And yes, you can Venmo me at Marcus C. Williams. Okay, remember that is a personal donation. That is not directly for my campaign. These are important distinctions because campaign finance is important. Okay, but yeah, so Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com is how you can donate to my campaign directly. Please do that. Take a couple seconds. Go do that. It takes less than 2 minutes. Now, to the roadways, we've got terrible roads, right? You know it. And it's like city council doesn't recognize it. I wonder, do they take private jets to go to City Hall? You know, like what's up with that? Why are the roads always under constant repair? Why are people's axles and undercarriages being destroyed? Why are people having to buy more tires than anybody should ever buy in a shorter period of time than should be done? Like, can we have that serious conversation? No, we can't have that serious conversation because that would be too much like right. I look at it like this. Right now, if we were to really take a look at what the money is that is being spent on the roadways here locally and what the return is, honestly, it probably would not work out as a net benefit to our city. But that would mean that we would actually have to have that conversation. We would have that conversation and find out real quick that it ain't working out the way that we want it to. Okay, drop a comment and we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, and I'll tell you what my solutions are. Now, as we talk about these roadways and some solutions, like, let's be honest, they're filling these potholes with tar, right? Like tar, asphalt, whatever. The dinosaurs had that technology, right? Like you look at the La Brea tar pits and stuff like that, they find dinosaur skeletons and Neanderthal skeletons and stuff in the tar pits. We're still using tar technology, right? Like that's the Stone Age. That's BC type of time. You know what I'm saying? And not recent BC. We talking dinosaurs and stuff. So the dinosaurs had the same technology that we're using today. Something ain't right. Something is not right. clearly we're not doing our best to modernize the techniques and the ways that we actually service our roads, and that needs to be seriously addressed. But I guess, if we address that, then maybe city council wouldn't say that we need them anymore, and they don't want us to not need them, because they always got to do something, right? And if they actually fix the problem, then we wouldn't have a problem anymore. Think about that. That's something to think about. That's a terrifying thought, because you look at all the problems, you look at the crime, you look at the education, you start to wonder, well, what would happen if we actually fix those issues? Well, then maybe we'd need less government. And if we needed less government, then that means that they wouldn't be getting as much kickbacks or wasting as much of our money as they do. And they gotta keep spending our money, because perish the thought that we're able to lower the taxes because we're not spending all the tax money later for that, right? Like, that's too much like right. That'll be too much like right. I think that it's ridiculous, and we can do better. But in order to do better, we need people on city council that are actually going to think of more creative ways to address the issues that are facing us every day. Let's be honest. If we wanted to fix the roads and we wanted to fix the roads right, they'd be able to be fixed tomorrow. We can start fixing all the roads tomorrow the right way. I asked some of the people that are working on the roads one day, I said, how long are these roads supposed to last? They told me 10 years. And I was like, no, I didn't say that, but I was thinking in my head, no way these roads are going to last 10 years. If they last one season, we're doing good, And if the estimate is that they're supposed to last 10 years, let's just half that down in half in our heads and say the roads are supposed to last 5 years. These roads don't last 5 years. They don't last 5 years. So what are we really doing? Not enough, and not the right stuff, clearly. Drop a comment in the comments and I'll pop it up on the screen, and we can have a good conversation about whatever topic you want to talk about locally, and any solutions that I might have and the direction I see going forward. Please hit the heart button, hit the share. And if you're on X right now, hit the retweet button. If you're on Facebook, hit share. Make sure you're following my page, or you're subscribed if you're watching me on YouTube. So we got to get this message out there that we can make a real difference, but it's going to require that the people that see that a difference needs to be made get active. We gotta get active. If it's not us, then nobody's going to do it. Nobody. And I tell you that with all sincerity, nobody will do it if it's not us, right? Everybody's looking for somebody to come out of the sky and come do something. Nobody's coming. Everybody's looking for somebody to come in on a white horse and save nobody's coming. Everybody's looking for somebody to come up out the ground and nobody's coming. I'm here right now. I'm here. Send me. I'm willing to fight and stand for our people, and I'm willing to push back against the insanity that's being done by the horrible failed prioritization on city council right now. It's clear that they don't care about us and that we don't matter to them, but you matter to me. That's why I'm fighting so hard for the community that I love, for the city that I've grown up in. It's terrible what's going on right now. But let's get back to these roads. Make sure you donate on my website. We're working on raising $1,000 this evening. Please donate whatever you can, whether it's $1,000, that'd be fantastic, or whether it's $250, that'd be awesome, or even if it's $10, every little bit helps, because we are going against this huge machine that has been destroying our community for decades. And like I said, if it's not us that's going to make the difference, nobody's coming to save us. That's why I'm fighting so hard. Like, I don't have infinite resources. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just me. I try to do what I can, and I speak up for the community. But I need your help. I need your help. I'm not able to do this alone. So go on my website, volunteer, donate, whatever you can do. Marcus, the number 4rochester.com. And please donate. And if you donate tonight and you put your say that you donated in the comments, that'll be fantastic. I'll be happy to pop it up on the screen and let people know that they should match it. If you don't put it, if you do donate but don't put it in the comments, I won't tell anybody that you donated. You know, it doesn't matter. But please do donate. Campaigns don't run on pixie dust and well wishes. So I need your help. I need your assistance. Do what you can. And if you are able to volunteer, volunteer too. So back to the roadways, right? Well, what's a solution, right? Well, I look at it like this. It's very simple. Everybody talks about, well, Europe is so great. I don't agree. America is the greatest. Nobody can tell me nothing different. I'm not trying to hear what you're talking about. But everybody says that, Europe is so great. Japan is so great. All these places are so great. But they have roads that are good, and they have heavy snow and heavy traffic, and just like us. So what are they doing right that we're not doing here? Because they're doing their roads different ways. Can we have that conversation though? Like, can we really have that conversation? I just saw them tear up, they're tearing up Park Avenue right now. So they cut down into the ground, and they just destroyed this whole roadway that was filled with bricks, right? The bricks were holding up. The bricks been down there 100 years. Bricks were minding their business. Y'all done cut up the whole bricks, and now you're putting down nasty, terrible gravel and trash. The bricks wasn't messing with nobody. The bricks was minding their business, and they held up this whole time. Maybe we need to go back to bricks. I don't know if that's a solution, but clearly the bricks were working. Somebody was like, oh, well, with the new cars and the this and the that, it'll be a higher impact. I'm not trying to hear none of that. I'm not trying to hear none of that. I'll tell you why. Because we used to have bricks on my street. And on my street, the bricks were there. The bricks, a lot of the houses on my street are like 100 years old, over 100 years old. So if the bricks were on my street in my lifetime, you know what I'm saying? Like, they lasted all this time to my lifetime. And I just came into the world not too long ago. It's not like I was born yesterday, but you know what I'm saying? Like, these are the serious conversations we need to have. But if places like Sweden and the Netherlands, and not Netherlands, but Netherlands too, but Norway, okay, and really cold places can have better roads than we have, maybe we need to look into that. All of these people on city council like to do these studies. Let's pay $500,000 for this study. Let's pay $250,000 for this studies. I hate that. I hate that they do that. That bothers me so bad. Stop doing studies. Just go do some research yourself. Don't you already get paid? Like, what are you doing? Like, I know it's a part-time job, but let's be serious. Come on now, you're doing a disservice. Let's pay $100,000 to this consulting firm for them to consult on stuff that we don't need to consult for, like we don't live here, like we don't know what's going on. I remember a couple years ago, I can't remember exactly how much it was. It was like $3 million to do a study that they paid to a consulting firm on why poor people are poor. Bro, what? A study on why poor people are poor for $3 million? I could have told you. And I would have charged you half of that. No, I'm joking. I would have charged them that much to begin with. Are you serious? $3 million for a study? And then they just did a report. Like, you can go look this up. This is the craziest stuff, yo. This is like them playing in our face so bad. You can go look this up. A couple weeks ago. Yep, I see Lisa says, Lisa, I'll pop your comment up. Lisa says the taxpayers are funding that. Yeah, that's taxpayer money. If you guys want to talk, join the conversation, drop a comment. I'll pop your comment up on the screen. If you want to talk about a specific topic, drop the comment. I'll pop it up on the screen. Yeah, but that's taxpayer money, Lisa. They don't care about our money. They just spend it frivolously. $3 million on a study of why poor people are poor. If you don't know why poor people are poor, you don't need to be in office, period. End of story. End of story. Okay? That's it. If you don't know why poor people are poor, you don't need to be in office. That's it. It's that simple. Because that means that you're so disconnected that you don't know why poor people are poor. Why are poor people poor? Well, because they don't have any money. Well, why don't people have money? Well, because they either A, don't have any jobs, or B, don't have the amount of money that they're making from working to be able to have the money to buy all of the things that they need necessary, Or C, they're outside of their budget range. Okay, why are poor people poor? I just answered you right there. You know, like, are you serious? Like, is this serious? And of course, I could go into more detail, right? Because there are many more things and things we could talk about in relation to that. But that's the genesis of it. Poor people are poor because they don't have no money. Duh. $3 million. Thank you. Check, please. You know, like crazy. So they just released a report the other day on poverty in Rochester with a couple of suggestions. I'm sorry. You're our city council and you're farming out to other people suggestions on addressing the issues with poverty. You paid somebody to do that. To give, I can't remember what it was. It's like a 40-page report or something they said, and then they had like 10 recommendations. Everybody needs a slap. Everybody needs a slap that was involved with that. Like, why would you spend our taxpayer money on that? Like, I got a lot of thoughts on the matter, and it really makes me feel some type of way, so I'm not going to go into it the way I want to, really. Donate on my website, Marcus4Rochester.com. We're working on raising $1,000 tonight, so whatever you can donate will be very, very helpful. That's Marcus4Rochester.com. Whether you can donate $250 or you can donate $25. Hey, if you can donate the whole $1,000, please do what you can. Also on my website, you'll find on the donate page, you'll see how you can send in a check, because we take checks too. You can send in a check, and the address and stuff is on there, right on the website, Marcus4Rochester.com. You can click the donate button and it'll tell you how to send in a check, but it's also, I believe, on the bottom of the web page too, where to send the checks to. Got another comment. Let's see. Lisa says, put action to the money spent. Yeah, man, it's ridiculous, because this is our money that they're spending very frivolously, and they don't care. Okay, drink water, stay hydrated. If you guys want to join the conversation or have a topic you'd want to talk about locally, please drop a comment in the comments and I'll pull it up and we can talk about it. That way we can share this discourse back and forth and we can have a real conversation. Okay? So I appreciate you guys. Definitely. It's about restoring a focus on the community, because right now we don't have that and we're not getting it from our elected officials. And it's terrible, because we deserve better. This doesn't make any sense that this is the way that it is. It's really, really, really bonkers and bananas. We look at it like this. Let's say with city council, right? We're talking about the roadways, right? So here's a solution. Go watch a video. Call them up. Call up Oslo. Oslo is Norway or Sweden. Sweden, Norway. One of them two. One of those two. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They're both cold and they both have a lot of snow, right? Call them. I think it's Norway. I think I was right the first time. But call them. Find out what they're doing to their roads to make them work so good. I was watching a program where Norway has this big thing where they like tear up the roads and replace all the roads all in one day. Like, and it's got this machine where you can drive over it while they're doing the road work. It's crazy. I was like, oh man, that's kind of awesome, you know? And I was like, that's not necessarily for us, but that's a good idea, you know? And all ideas aren't gonna, you guys, if you know me, you know me. I'm not very big on looking outside of the city for other ideas and concepts. I believe they all need to be organic, because Rochester is different than everywhere else in the world. But it doesn't mean that you can't think of ideas off of that. I mean, honestly, if it was me to give the solution, I got an immediate solution right now. They like to throw money everywhere. I got an idea. We're going to put some money somewhere and it ain't going to cost us that much. $10,000 moonshot prize. We open up a project for a moonshot prize, and the reward is $10,000 on how to improve the roads and the longevity of the roads with a lower cost and a better, easier application for our city. We'll put it out to the world, but we'll also focus it on these great institutions that we have here locally. The U of R, RIT, Cornell, even MCC. We got a lot of great, and SUNY Brockport, all of them. We got a lot of bright minds and smart people. Even open it up to the high schools. There's a lot of them in high school that are very, very intelligent, but we're not using our human capital the way that we should. We got all these bright people. Why aren't we asking them? Somebody be like, I can win $10,000. We'll have 20 answers in a week. 20. And I'm being hyperbolic, not a week, but we'll give like a 6 month time limit on it, and we'll pay out $10,000 and we'll have 20 different solutions at least, right? Like that are workable, that we can start to see and say, oh, well, maybe this might be a solution. That might be a solution. But, it's simple things like that that are too much like right that we don't even want to talk about. So if you're watching right now, hit the share button, hit the retweet button. It doesn't cost you nothing to hit the retweet button or the share button. If you haven't done it yet, take 2 seconds, do it right now. Okay. It only takes 2 seconds. Okay. I see like 50 people watching now. I only see like 6, 7 hearts. Okay. So let's make some more thumbs up, some more likes and stuff like that. And definitely share this and drop a comment. If you want me to talk about a specific topic here locally or any types of solutions that I might have, drop a comment, get in on the conversation. Okay. We can make a real difference together. But that's the whole thing, most of the people on city council, they don't care about us as a whole. They care about themselves as individuals. They care about the people that are funding them and their benefactors. It's really ridiculous, and it's very frustrating, honestly. That's why we see so much crazy stuff going on right now. I look at it like, okay, well, how can we make a real difference? And the real difference comes by starting to address the issues in the community. Let's not even talk about the crime and the issues there. Why aren't we having those conversations on city council? They're like, oh, well, we need to give thugs hugs. Give thugs hugs. What? Give thugs hugs. That's essentially what city council is all about right now. They're out there paying people not to shoot people. I didn't get a check. Nobody gave me a check. I don't go out there and shoot people. I'm saying though, like how you paying people not to shoot people? Somebody need to give me a check. I don't shoot nobody. Where's my check? Like this is a stupid stuff that city council does that most of the citizens don't want. You want them to pay people not to shoot people? Cut my check right now. I want my money. Because if I really were to talk about it the way that I like to, there's a lot of people that I think are doing our citizens wrong, and a lot of serious criminals and victims that need justice. And I'm not out there vigilante style. Cut my check. You know what I'm saying? They out here paying people not to. Oh man, you guys, these are our elected officials though. These are our elected officials. Then they don't want to lock the criminals up, right? Like they refuse to talk about the horrible laws, bail reform, and raise the age laws, because that would require them to hold our state level officials accountable. And they don't want to do that. Drop a comment, drop a like, hit the heart button, take 2 seconds. It's not going to cost you anything. Hit that heart button, okay? Hit that like button. I see you watching. Just hit the heart button, hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing. And definitely hit the retweet button if you're watching on X right now. Hit the retweet button. It don't cost you no money. Just share this out and help get this out. And if you're on Facebook or YouTube or wherever, make sure you share it, okay? And donate on my website, Marcus4Rochester.com. That's Marcus4Rochester.com. This evening we're working on raising $1,000, and Lord willing, we'll be able to hit that milestone this evening. Okay, because we need to make this happen. We're going up against a machine and a group of people that clearly don't prioritize our citizens, and they don't care. And they're too scared of the state assembly and the state senate to say anything. Like they're absolutely terrified that they'll lose their position or that they'll try to do something bad to them when they're supposed to represent us. I'm sorry. You signed up for this. You signed up to represent us, we, the people. But you're representing yourself because you're more concerned about yourself than you are our actual citizens. Somebody make it make sense to me, y'all. It's frustrating. Make sure you drop a comment if you want to join in the conversation. Drop a comment. I'll pop your comment up on the screen. We can have a good conversation. If you want to know any of my thoughts on a certain issue or you want any solutions that I have, then drop it in the comments and I'll try to pop it up. All right. So as we continue with this conversation here, I look at all the issues that we have going on in our city right now and just how many people are like, and I'm trying to phrase it nicely sometimes, so I try to moderate my words because I got other thoughts about it. A lot of this stuff is extremely, extremely serious for me and to me and means a lot to me. So when I think about it, it makes me very disappointed is the way I'll describe that feeling, you know. It really makes me feel some type of way, honestly. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all, what's being done to our city. Our future is being stolen away from us in the youth, and it's a very serious problem. But if we talk about the issues with the crime and the fact that our city council won't even address the crime, they won't even admit that it's going on. Like, it's worse. It's worse than anything else. Because, like, at least, like, the mayor, he'll be like, crime is down because the shootings are down. Nobody believes that. It doesn't matter what he said. I really wish he would stop saying that. That's it. Stop saying that. Just don't say that. Don't say it. Just don't say it. Like sometimes, just don't say stuff. That's one of the stuffs not to say. Kathy Hochul came down here the other day. That's our governor in New York State. And she's out here talking about, oh, crime is down. What? Woman, with all your security. What are you talking about? Come to my neighborhood, ask the people, do they think that the crime is down? You sound crazy. Okay, they just shot some little preteen girl up the street from me the other day. Y'all sound dumb. Sound crazy. Then like we had yesterday, like 8 people got stabbed. Like this isn't even a joke, right? Like 8 people got stabbed. 2 of them got reported on the TV. One of them that got stabbed was getting driven to the hospital by a family member, and the family member that was driving them to the hospital got into a car accident on the way there. Come on now. Then we had a number of people that were shot the same day, and they're telling us that crime is down and everything is okay. Don't play in my face, bro. Like it's like it's reprehensible. The stuff that they're on about. Let's see. We got a comment. Let's see. Teresa says she's not talking. She's done. That's terrible. But it's not just her, right? Like it's not just the governor. And I hope she loses, bro, because I cannot stand her. I don't like what she did during COVID and killed all of those people in the nursing homes. She's complicit right along with Cuomo. I do not like that. I cannot support that. And what she's done to us since that time with the horrible restrictions on businesses and increasing every day taxes and the heavy burden for energy costs. Like I can't mess with her at all. And she let all the criminals out. Now she talking about she's going to let another, what did she say? What was the number? 5,000 criminals that she's going to let out of jail early. Because they don't have any correctional officers because she just fired 2,000 of the correctional officers. Come on now, what are you doing? But is our city council going to speak up about those issues? No. Join the conversation, drop a comment. I'll do my best to pop it up on the screen. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about in relation to local politics. But this is what's going to happen. All those criminals that they're about to let out of jail, where are they going to go? They're going to come right into the highest impact neighborhoods, the neighborhoods with the high crime, the neighborhoods with the high poverty, the working class neighborhoods. And who's going to be affected the most? Those who are struggling, trying to make ends meet, trying to raise their family, trying to get through every single day, just trying to live. It's so distasteful and disrespectful. They do not even care about us, not even a little bit. But that's why I'm fighting. But I need your help. Donate on my website. Donate tonight. Donate right now. Just take 2 moments and donate. Marcus, the number 4 Rochester.com. That's Marcus, the number 4 Rochester.com. We're working on raising $1,000 this evening. If you can donate $25, $50, $250, or even $1,000 altogether, whatever you can donate will be fantastic. Every little bit helps, but I need your assistance. I'm not able to do it alone. I'm fighting for everybody. I'm not just fighting for myself. Honestly, sometimes I wonder why I don't just do for myself and just be like, okay, throw up my hands, I'm done. Let me just walk away and just worry about myself. But at the end of the day, it's because I care about our city. I care about our future, and you matter to me. And it's hard for me to not care about you and our city. Like for real, like it's bothersome to see what's going on in our city right now and how much they don't care about the people here. It's so frustrating, and that's why I'm fighting so hard. Please donate on my website, Marcus, the number 4 Rochester.com. Even if you're not local, you can donate. I'm going to say it again because I know everybody watching isn't here in the city, but even if you are not local, you can donate. Please donate. I just seen them donate almost they're like $850,000 for some white lady that called a 5-year-old the N-word, right? Like, y'all donating all this money to her. I'm trying to fight for our city and our people, and it's like pulling teeth to get donations. Come on now. Y'all got to do better than that. Y'all got to do better. Okay? Like, this is why the enemy wins all the time. This is why the enemy wins. This is why we get deprioritized. This is why nobody seems like they care about us, because you guys got to show up. You got to donate. You got to come out. You got to support. You got to volunteer. Nobody's coming to save us. Here I am. I'm fighting hard. Help support me in this endeavor for city council. Go on my website and Marcus, the number 4 Rochester.com. and donate whatever you can. Like I said, this crazy lady that's cursing out 5-year-olds on the playground, calling them the N-word, just got $800,000. I'm not even asking for anything remotely near that. I'm asking for about $1,000. I really, if we want to make sure that we can win this campaign and win it clean and clear, we need to raise about $40,000, to make sure that we can do that 100%. But whatever we can raise is helpful. We definitely need to raise more money. So tell a friend, tell an enemy that cares too, because there's a lot of people, you might not like somebody, but they're like, yeah, man, this is out of control. Okay. Tell a boss, tell somebody that owns a company, donate right on my website, Marcus, the number 4 Rochester.com. That's Marcus, the number 4 Rochester.com. We got a couple of comments. Let's pop these comments up. Let's see what we got. Teresa says, it's worse. I remember when I came out to Rochester to live 30 years ago. It was a nice place. Now you have to worry walking down the street. It's terrible, right? And it's sad and it's true. But I know people that are scared to go to their cars in the morning to go to work, that are scared to take their child to the grocery store, to the corner store, right at the corner of the street. And don't even talk about taking your child to the park. Oh my goodness. If you even conceivably think about taking your child to the park, because you're like, oh, well, maybe it's not that bad. And then you go to the park and the park's filled with either homeless people or that are very ravenous, or needles and drug addicts. Like, it's crazy. Like, but our city wants to put all this money into all types of other projects, like that skate park. I got a lot of stuff to say about that skate park. That's where our money goes, but our local parks are tore up. I got a park not too far from me. The park is full of holes in the ground. They got like a soccer field, right? And it's full of holes. How the kids supposed to play on that? You can't play any sports on that. We got parks all over the city that are all tore apart. The gym equipment is crazy looking, or it's not even well maintained or well kept. I was told that the people that do the baseball for the kids, they have the different child sport leagues and stuff like that, that they have to pay the city to manage the baseball, the baseball, what do you call them? The yards, the lawns, or whatever. I guess you say field, maybe, but it's in a park. I don't know if you call it a field if it's in a park. I guess so, right? Like, but they gotta pay the city to manage those. Like, what? Like, the city just don't fix the park and make sure that it's nice for the community? What nonsense are we going through? It's nonsense. But this is the neglectful level of investment in uplifting our community and our citizens. And that's why I'm fighting so hard. Please go on my website, donate whatever you can. Don't, if it's $25, if it's $100, donate whatever you can. Every little bit gets us there a little closer to being able to make a real difference. Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com. That's Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com. And there's also on there, it'll tell you how you can send a check. If you scroll down to the bottom of the website, it shows you where you can send a check to, or if you click the donate button, it shows you where you can send a check to. Drop a comment in the comments, and I'll pop your comment up on the screen, and we can talk about it. Whatever your concern is here locally, or whatever you'd like my ideas on, drop a comment. If it relates to something that I can relate to locally, I will talk about it, and I got solutions for a lot of stuff. So definitely, let's make this happen. Share this out. If you're watching on Twitter, it doesn't cost you no money to hit the retweet button. It takes like 2 seconds. Hit that retweet button. I want to see hundreds of retweets. I see like 80 of you guys watching right now. Hit the retweet button real quick. Okay. Hit it, share it, get it out there. It don't cost you nothing. Hit the share button if you're on Facebook or wherever else you're watching. Please get this out there. Okay. Now, let's see. We got another comment. You say, please don't stop because too many don't care. Teresa, I'm really fighting hard, but I need support. I need more support. I need people to volunteer. I need them to donate. Like, I know that not everybody can donate, but volunteer, right? Like, you can't be too busy to volunteer and not have enough money to donate. Like, that's no. And people are like, well, I can't volunteer now because I'm working, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Well, let me explain to you why that's a difficult issue. Because the enemy continues to win and get everything that they want, because you know who shows up? They do. The people that don't want what you want show up consistently, all the time. I see these crazy people go to city council all the time. They ask for crazy things that don't make no sense, that many times don't even have anything to do with city council. But you know what? They show up. I saw these people, I completely disagree with them, right? But they showed up the other day. It was maybe about 200 of them, 150, 200 of them. Came out to rally for for sanctuary city policy or whatever the case is. I don't agree with that, but they showed up. Are you showing up? You got to show up, people. You got to show up. That's how the people win that we don't want to win. They're out here. They're willing to go out and they're willing to knock doors. They're willing to do something. Are you? Or you just want the same stuff to go on that's been going on? You just happy with the enemy winning? You happy with the people that are making our lives a living heck? You understand what I'm saying? Like, is that what we're doing? Like, have we become so complacent with our day-to-day travails that we're not willing to get active to try to save our future? Nobody's coming to save us. Here I am. Help me, join the movement. Go to my website, Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com. That's Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com, and volunteer. Donate. Do whatever you can. Tonight we're working on raising $1,000. Please donate whatever you can. Okay. And if you donate and you want to drop a comment and say you donated, I'll put it up on the screen and say, hey, match this donation. If you don't want to talk about it, then just donate anyway, and I won't say anything about it, But, hey, let's see. We got some more comments. Teresa says she challenges the nurses out there to donate. So if you're a nurse, she's challenging you to donate. I know being a nurse is stressful, and they're coming for the jobs. That's a whole separate conversation. A lot of people don't talk about the issues that are coming up with the jobs right now. and especially in the hospitals and stuff. I see what you guys go through. It's terribly terrible, but a lot of it has to do with the health and wellness in our city, which is not actually addressed by our city council. And I've got some solutions on that specifically. But we don't talk about that. And then we have a lot of victims of violent crimes that are just overloading the ER and don't even talk about the overdoses that are seen in the ER every single day. It's crazy and it's terrible. So, and I'm fighting to fix those issues. So please do donate. Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com. That's Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com, or volunteer. Do what you can. Okay, let's see. Got another comment. Teresa says, God is going to bless you. Stay tight. I appreciate that, Teresa. I'm really doing what I can and doing my best. And sometimes it's stressful and sometimes it seems unthankful, but I know that I'm reaching a lot of people and I'm encouraging a lot of people. I've seen some more people start to come to city council that have said that I've inspired them to do that. People sometimes come up to me and say, hey, you've inspired me not to give up hope. And that means a lot to me because sometimes it feels like I'm just spitting into the wind, like I'm really making a strong effort. And I've been doing this for some time, trying to make sure that I can make a difference in my community. I love my city. I love our people here. I just want the best for them. And our elected officials that are supposed to represent us are clearly not representing us. They're representing their own special interests. And the people that are benefiting are their cousins and their benefactors and all of this nonsense. And who suffers? The community suffers. The working class suffers. The people trying to save a couple of bucks to maybe buy a house are suffering, but you can't even buy a house because all the houses are going $100,000 over asking. Like what's going on here? Which is something that the city needs to address, but are they going to address it? No. Speaking of Kathy Hochul and her nonsense, she was talking about, oh, we're gonna do. Hold on a second. Drink water, stay hydrated. And before we get into this conversation on housing, make sure you share this video out, drop a comment. I'll pop your comment up. We can talk about whatever the issue is that you want to talk about. Drop a comment, hit the like button. I see like 60 of you are watching right now. Hit the heart buttons. I should see 60 hearts if it's 60 people watching. Hit the heart button, hit the thumbs up. Even if you just drop in the comment a thumbs up or a smiley face or an American flag, do something to help kick the algorithm to get it out to more people. And definitely hit the share and retweet button. It don't cost you no money to do that. Help the little bit that you can. That's the least amount that you can help is hit the retweet button. It ain't gonna hurt you. You know what I'm saying? So now let's get into that conversation. Yeah. So Kathy Hochul talking about the housing. Kathy Hochul's like, oh, well, we're going to make it so that if you're going to sell a house, you have to have a 90-day waiting period before institutional investors, big companies, can come out and they can buy it. Like, are you not thinking clearly, right? Like, I got some other thoughts on what to say about it, but are you not thinking clearly? Like, are you for real? Like, all that's going to do is create a prolonged period of suffering for the actual citizens trying to buy homes. Because what happens? By that time, by a 90-day period, your whole, what do you call it? The loan thing, what's it called? You know what I'm talking about. The little paper that says that you can get a mortgage, that paper runs out. And your financial situation might change in that time. And then at the end of the day, the people that are selling the homes are going to wait. I'd wait 90 days to see if I can get more money. Like, why wouldn't I wait? Like, so that's going to completely mess up the market. But it sounds good because she's trying to act like she's doing something. That's the same thing our city council does. They act like they're doing something, but they're not doing anything. And on this issue, they're not doing anything. We need legislation that prevents these big corporations and stuff from buying up all of these homes, that prevent these people that are from other states and stuff from buying up all these homes. Like, this is wrong. Like, it's straight wrong. And then we need more other things like the tax abatements downtown that they're doing for all of these large developments, multi-million-dollar properties, and they ain't got to pay no taxes, but they raising our taxes. You make that make sense to me? Make it make sense. Don't make no sense. Most of the money go to the schools anyway, and the schools aren't nothing but training terrorists and criminals. Why would I want my money to go to the school system that's failing the children and stealing their future away from them? Why would I want that? Give me my money back. I don't want to give y'all nothing. Y'all tripping. Y'all absolutely tripping. But this is what we have to deal with. This is what we have to deal with as citizens. This is why I'm fighting so hard. Drop a comment, hit the share button, hit the heart, hit the thumbs up. I see a lot of you watching. I don't see them thumbs up. So drop the thumbs up, drop the heart button. It ain't gonna cost you nothing to do that. Hit the retweet button or hit the share button and get this out on your page, on your friend's page. Share it to some groups, okay? And please donate. Working on raising $1,000. We got to get the message out there. We need more campaign materials. I wish campaign materials were free, but they're not. I need more. I need to work on funding the campaign. You know, it costs money to maintain websites and all of that stuff and do any of the advertising that I do. I need your donations. Like, I hate to ask for money. Like, bro, I'm a grown man. Like, I don't want to be out here asking you guys for no type of money. Like, I feel like I'm begging. But campaigns don't run on pixie dust and unicorn farts. You know what I'm saying? I need your support. I need your help. If you like what I'm talking about, even if you can only drop $10, donate $10. Marcus the number 4 Rochester.com. If you could donate $500, donate $500, $1,000, whatever you can do. If you can only donate $10, donate that. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what you can. But I need you guys' support. I can't do it alone. Like, it's not like nobody is dropping $1 million on me to make this happen. Nobody. Most of the money is whatever's coming out of my own pocket. You know, I hate asking for money. Like, I really, I don't like it at all. Like, it's not even a funny thing. Because it's asking for my own campaign. Like, I can't stand. I don't want to. I don't want to have to. But this is the situation that we live in this country. You need money to run campaigns, and if you don't raise money to get the campaign going, then you're not going to be able to make any difference, and you're going to still get these crazy people that are in office right now. Like, is this really what we want? Like, I don't even know. Like, y'all, or at least volunteer. Like, do something. Get off your buns. Like, if we are not the ones to make the difference, nobody is coming out to do anything. Again, donate, volunteer, whatever you can do. Marcus the number 4 Rochester.com. That's Marcus the number 4 Rochester.com. Right now, I'm going to be on the conservative line this year in November. Whether you're a Democrat, Independent, Republican, whatever, you can vote for me on the conservative line in November or in early voting if you send in your mail vote or whatever the case is. But right now, we're working on getting an independent line. So this is what the sheet looks like for independent nomination. Okay, and we're going to call it, we're calling it the Community First line. I need your help to collect signatures to get on the independent line. So it's going to be 2,000 signatures we need to get by the 20th. And right now we got a couple hundred. We're working on getting the rest, but I need your help to collect signatures or make phone calls. And if you can donate, please donate. That helps us get out the word more. And we need to get out the word more if we're going to make a difference. The enemy is much more well-funded. I don't think that we're going to raise the hundreds of thousands of dollars that other people have raised for city council. But I mean, I'm working my dangest to make sure that this happens. I feel like I'm begging and I don't like it. Like, let me be straight with you. I really feel like I'm begging for help, for volunteers, and for donations, and it's really frustrating. I'm the type of person I'd prefer to do it all myself. But I understand that to make a difference in our community that we have to unite together so that we all can thrive. But that means that I need your guys' support. And like I said, even if you're not local and you're watching this, you can donate. You can donate. Donate. Marcus number 4 Rochester.com. And on there also is, if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, it'll tell you where you can send a check. If you click the donation button, it'll tell you where to send a check. Okay. Or you can donate right online. It takes like less than 2 minutes. And it accepts PayPal. Come on, you guys. I need you guys' support. I really do. I really do. So, anyway, if you guys want to have a comment, please comment in the comments. Okay, drop a comment, drop a thumbs up, hit the heart button, hit the share button, get this out to more people. Let's have a real conversation. I'd like to talk about whatever the issues are that you'd like to talk about. And yeah, I have other ideas on other concepts and things like that, and further conversation could be have on the housing and stuff and things like that. But I want to talk about what you guys want to talk about. So please drop a comment, even if it's just an encouraging comment. I appreciate you guys. You know, so let's try to really make a difference in our community, in the city of Rochester and in our whole state of New York, because local is where it counts. We got to get active. If we're not active, nobody's going to do it for us. I keep saying that because it's true. And if you're not in Rochester, please get active locally. Go find out when your next city council, town council meeting is, or fire district meeting, or county ledger school board meeting. Do whatever you can to start to get more active locally, because it's up to us, people that are of sound mind and sound judgment, to actually start getting more involved, because if we don't, the enemy's going to continue to win. The people that are funneling money into their cousins' pockets or their own pockets are going to continue to win. They're going to continue to be misusing our tax money, spending it on things that we don't want. We deserve better. That's why I'm running. And I encourage you all to get active too. So right now I'm gonna sign off, you guys. I got some other stuff to do because I gotta live and stuff too, and get other stuff done for myself. But I could use you guys as donations for my campaign to get more campaign material, do more advertising, and help get the word out more. I wish that we had enough money to get some advertising on the radio and just try to get some radio spots and time to talk on the radio, because the radio wants money to let you on the radio to talk. I need your guys' help. Please help. That's what I got for you. Like, I feel like I'm begging and I hate it. I hate it. I'd rather do whatever I can myself under my own will and my own physical power. But I need your guys' help because I'm fighting for our whole community. Sometimes I wish I could just mind my own, focus on myself. But that's not the way the Lord built me. He built me to have concern for the people and to work to fight for the people in the community. But I need you guys to stand up too. I'm not able to do it myself. That's what I got for you guys. Go on my website, Marcus, the number 4 Rochester.com. Make sure you share this out. Hit the heart button, and I'll catch you guys later. Remember, stand up, speak up, and don't shut up. Take action. Be blessed and be well.